Hello and welcome. I'm Bill Wake. We're here working on a program to compare tunes for Similarity. And today we're going to focus on the input handling. We've got a manual editor and I'm moving it from the main screen onto a separate sheet. We've got to give it some formatting and make it look a little better than it does now. So let's get started. Okay, I'll just close extras here. Okay, and we'll run. All right, so let's see, manual input. We have this. Did I lose that? Well, okay, there's the only sheet. Okay, it must have reverted what little we did. I had a lot of trouble yesterday. I updated the compiler, and maybe I lost our last check-in. It had some internal errors on some of our type stuff we've been working on, like right around that zone. So, we'll see. Let me have a little guest here. All right. Okay, so input view. That's the error handling. So we need to get to our manual input. I probably renamed some classes. I definitely worked on the pipeline a bit last night. Okay, so here's manual input view. Right now it's the input view here. And we would like to move this to a sheet. So we have to give ourselves some state. Of our show editor. We'll start false. And let's see, we can, well, let's add a button. Edit text. And it's going to set that to true. Do I need to give that height? I'm just not sure. Okay, let's. Okay, must have an extra. Okay, dot sheet is presented. We'll use our show editor. Put that code in here. Okay. Okay, that's that. It's the button. I'm a little confused. Okay, that's the sheet. All right, I see. Let's run it and see how it looks. We may have messed up our vertical size. Oops. One, two, expected. Well, apparently that's okay. Input view. That's what I was. Sheet view. Okay, great. Not sure why that's complaining. I fixed that too. Okay. I should have picked run. All right, so we want to do manual input. Yep, that is not right. Let's put this here. Well, I don't know if I need a stack. And on the input view, sorry, on the sheet. No, on the input view, let's put this, whoops, put this back. And I think it's more like 400. Okay, let's, maybe, why is this color font? Oh. How weird. Something's really weird. Okay, let's put this back here too. And I'll hide it all in a V stack just to, or maybe an H stack. I suppose that can go there. All right. Oh, that should be back to 200. Okay, what have I done? Something clearly wrong. Did I lose? Well, I guess I could diff. Okay, it wasn't input view. I don't understand why the color's all messed up. Okay. Let me back up a little bit. Well, okay, let's make this compatible. I don't think that's going to affect things. Okay, what if I just make this text? I know I should probably just revert and be done with it. Okay, that's how we'll handle it. Maybe it was messed up before we started and I just wasn't aware. No. Okay. We'll give it the state. Show editor equals false. Okay, now if we make this a V stack. Whoops, careful. Excuse me.
No. Let's go.
Sorry, just a minute. Okay, we'll see. All right. We've added that. I put the V stack in. Let's make sure that still is good, because if that doesn't work, then something else is going on. All right. Now we'll give that the sheet. Is presented $show editor. Okay. Well, what I should do is give us a button. Okay. We'll have to crash it. Oh, we don't have a button to get there, so we can't present it. Let's do that. Okay, that's the sheet. Clearly not very visible. All right. We'll put a button here. And the action is show editor.toggle. Well, show editor equals true. Okay, and then in here, I guess a V stack text button dismiss. Okay, and close the V stack. And we'll steal some of this. For our V stack. And we'll make that 500. So we'll still have the editor in there, but we have a button now. A little squeezed, but okay. Now, let's give this a width as well as a height. Okay, that's all right. Let's try moving this in. We'll put the height on here. Replace this. Okay, it's got a font, it's got a foreground color padding. We shouldn't need this height. I think that's okay. Okay, this one, I don't know, the height, we'll have to look at the height there. This is really far too big for its job. Okay. Let's give this a background color. And I think I've been background, and let's just do color. I think I called it background. Okay, that gives us that kind of sand color. We have it. We'll have it in the borders. That may be not enough padding. I don't know. This will make it more visible. And I said we look at Parsons Code view. Height. That's 100. Okay, let's take that as a good default value. It looks about twice as big as it needs to be. Okay, so we got the button, the frame, the sheet with a little padding. Let's put this background color on the stack. Okay. Interesting. Well, let's make sure background's the right. I guess I can look here. Yeah. God, that'd be Hmm. Let's put this here too. Interesting. Wow. Hmm. Well, we're seeing some of that background, but I gotta say that's weird. I would expect this to show up as the colored background too. Okay, I'm gonna put this padding on here. Let's give ourselves some text while we're here. Text. Um, and maybe we'll do a foreground color. Accent color. I'm not sure I'm using that right, but wow. Okay. Something is really weird here. Okay, I've got some border. You would think I would have some up here. VStack has padding. Why is my background not all over the place? Okay, maybe we can do this in here. I don't know, maybe not. Okay, let's look up our asset catalog just to see what we gave ourselves. Okay. Yeah, I mean that is the accent color. That's the background. What's going on? It's so gray. Accent color. Did I spell it right? Accent color. Okay. That's kind of weird. I don't know. Text font. Let's use our... Okay, I don't know where it was picking up this gray. It's so weird. I'm going to put this on the editor. And I'm just going to move this one. There is a way to turn it off so that the editor itself takes on the background color. I don't think we need to do that per se. This may just be like get it to a place that's good enough. Edit text. Okay. Am I on the wrong thing? VStack. I was. Okay, so this should be redundant. This should be redundant. Except, okay, let's see what goes. Okay. Input text. Okay, that's like I wanted it. I'm a little puzzled why the ABC title is jammed up top. Oh, the VStack needs the padding too. Okay. I don't know why that didn't format. Okay. Well, that's really annoying. Okay, gotta do the padding first. These things do apply in order, so that was my fault. And I think once I have that, that should look pretty good. All right. Let's find no scaling over here. Now, I would say I could make it a little taller. I don't need that padding up there. Is that too weird? Maybe I should give that a little bit of a shadow. Okay, so all those things. Height, let's go 600, give it a little more space. Let's take the padding off of this thing. What else? Do I just say shadow? That's for the whole sheet. So we're going to make it float a little bit more. Okay. I only want the shadow. I don't know. Let's make it more visible and see if it's doing what I think it's doing. Okay. Well, they're floating above the sheet. That's... And the sheet has some too. Let's make it more obvious. Whoops. Well, you offered it to me. Okay, very visible. Yep. And not on the sheet. The sheet has some. It looks maybe, but this is definitely not helping. I don't know. Does it look good on the? Not the green, obviously, but I don't know. A little hovering around the edges. I don't know if it'll offer something for me. X, Y. I think I'll live without it. Okay, input, edit text. Do we still have no scaling? No. Well. How about done, maybe? Okay. That button color, we got to figure out what Parsons Code View did for that, because that looks much nicer. Button style. Well, can I put it? Let's go to input view. Maybe he could just do that for us. It'll just be his default for things. I think, if I understand it. Usually things inherit down, and then if you override it specifically, you're overriding just your own, or you and your children, I should say. Okay. Oh, but our sheet didn't get it. Okay. Interesting. Manual input. I don't know. Usually I do too little effort on these. On the input. Now, okay. I guess I didn't quite see that. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm happy with that. Manual input view show a sheet for the editor, and fix colors and sizes. All right. Is that all we had to do? Put editing box in a separate sheet. What do we call this? Improve manual editing. Okay, and this was text input. Good. All right. So this is I'm going to leave it as a pipeline question. And I think that, well, the flags, I think I want to try, well, let's see. I think this one may be the one we go with. So I'll leave it as a question. Should the selector view track the index of the selected item? Yes, that's a question. And Or can we listen to a set of flags and set others false when it comes true? Yes, that would be great too. I feel like it should be possible. I swear I've seen somebody do something like that, but not going to be us. Okay. Now, let's see. This is the 15th. I'm going to plan on broadcasting next week through the 22nd and then take the week from Christmas to New Year's off. So we've got really 4.5 sessions to do what we're going to do. The question is, can we get this mode estimate working? And I think I want to tackle something simpler first and maybe even finish it today would be nice. My idea is let's have a different report, and it should take the tunes coming in and do some statistics on it, and then we can present a sheet in the same way. I'm a little puzzled here. This formatting doesn't look as centered to me. We'll deal with that another time. Okay. But anyway, statistics. We can count the tunes. We could count the measures. We could count the notes. We could do like, what's the most common title? Or titles, because it could be a tie. And I imagine we can think of other things we want. Now, it's in my mind that in the future, I might want to shorten these hamburger buns and maybe put just a little text on the side in what's now the border here, the padding. A little text that's maybe just tells us a little something about what's the result after its thing. Because like when we quantize, the number of measures stays the same, but the number of notes total will go down because we've quantized them to cut them down. Actually, it could go up or down. Because we'll split a whole note, say in 4/4 time, is 4 beats, and if we quantize by a quarter, we're going to chop quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note. But if we had a bunch of eighth notes, they would go away. So it could definitely vary. And then we could imagine other transformations. I might want one that only takes the first 4 or 8 bars of a song, and then we would expect the number of measures to go down. Okay, and what we'll do, I still keep debating these colors. But let's make a new, well, first is a new topic. Oh, I should turn this back on. All right. Okay, so our new topic is statistics report. All right, and so new report, counting things like number of tunes, measures, notes, most common title, whatever else we can think of. Okay, so let's create well, where do we want to start? Let's create the view for it. That should be easy enough. New view. Well, show an option for the statistics report. And then we have to enforce mutual exclusion among reports. We haven't done that yet. Okay, so I don't need this word here. Show an option for the statistics report. All right, so let's start here. You know, it's kind of a very traditional thing to put, I don't know, like we're slicing wrong in a way, aren't we? Like Parsons Code view has almost nothing to do with manual input view. It really is kind of part of the Parsons Code stuff, but I'm not sure, like the dependency flow gets a little weird then, because the Parsons code will probably depend on things in here if there's common shapes or whatever. Like top line is common. And I think this report, that's going to be kind of common too. We'll probably take the same approach. All right, but for now, yeah, I just don't know. Like if pipeline just don't pack it in pipeline, that would probably be an improvement. Let's mark that as an idea. Okay. Reorganize by feature instead of layer. When I say it like that, I kind of know we need to do something. All right. Option for the statistical report. Okay, so let's take, clearly the match is the Parsons Code view. Take a look at that. All right, so he's got to have a transform. We're already behind the ball then. He needs the pipeline. He's got his view, his report goes in his main view. That's fine. I mean, this is all very... I think our top line is probably a better example from what we're after here. Is he? Yeah, he's a... Oh, I thought I had to do a content thing. Where's content coming? Sorry, center is inner view. I think I can say that in the inner's a view. Hey, nice to see you. Yeah, it's getting to the holidays. I'll keep going next week and then take Christmas to New Year's off. So hopefully I can keep my eyes off this. I think in the new year I'm going to switch projects though. Also, I started this little parameterized testing thing and it was kind of minimal and it seemed a little useful. John Reed tried it out and gave me some good feedback. And I never really pursued it. So I think I'd like to start the year. We'll work on building a test framework. And I suspect I can use it in this. And I said, I know I can use it in the compiler we worked on, the basic compiler or interpreter we did, I guess. But I think that'll give us a little break from this. I don't know if I'll keep working on this in my background time or what we'll do. All right. So that was just a simple change in oh no. Nothing big. Yeah. Anyway, we'll put it aside. We may come back to it. It's kind of getting me. I want to get this thing working for more stuff. All right. Anyway, here center of inner is just a view. So this is just a view function. That's not too hard. I didn't know if we needed to do something more like one of these view builder kind of things, but maybe not. All right. So what I'd like to do then is I want to generalize this. Okay. So how can I do that? Well, let's make okay. If I said struct Parsons Code view is a view, he's got to do a body of some view. And I'll just put a 2 on this for the moment. And I think I can just do Parsons Code View 2. If I pass a pipeline. Okay, so I'm going to have to have my own pipeline variable. And somebody will have to fill it in. Okay. Title and output is going to be owned by this. Now this is specific to the type, and he's observed. Okay, so I think what I can do is I'm going to call this stage. Actually, I think that's more where we are these days. I guess I did this overnight too. I renamed. Now we have source, sync, and transform, and they all extend stage that was called transform. Okay, so stage should be I think it's got to be a sync. Okay, and if you had that, okay, let's rename this to stage. Okay, if I have that, I want this to come in. Observed object. Okay. So that's going to have to go in here too. Parsons Code View. Okay, I guess people provided those things. So let's put observed object in here. The stage. Oh, we created it. Did we not? I don't know. Okay, let's say people are going to pass it in, so it's a sync. And we're going to. Oh, we're going down this road. So I think to avoid that, I'm going to make it generic. Okay, could not be inferred. Okay, but he's also got to get stage. Did I call it stage? Yeah. Okay. Now he's not going to like it. Yeah. Let's let it try again. Okay. So cannot convert value of type stage to expected type Parsons stage. I'm very puzzled why he was creating his own Parsons stage. I don't even get that. Let's find who called this. Just content view, transform, and pipeline. Okay, well this is going to be stage. He passed it in, so there was no reason to create that thing in the first place. Okay, his type is stage. Okay, now does anybody care down here? Mostly not. Okay. I think we're caught up. So I'm saying Parsons Code View is implemented by Parsons Code View 2. And it takes a stage and it takes a pipeline. That makes sense to me. Okay. But I have 4 errors. What are the errors? Extraneous. Oh, I do need title and output. Okay. That should be stage. I guess if I want those. Title. Let's see our Parsons, and that's sort of generic too. That most syncs are going to need that, so I don't feel bad about pushing that in there. Font, title, and output, but I think we could. Let's find that Parsons code again. He does not have those. Why not? Well, he gets them from the packet. Okay, let's see, where's that? Okay, title and output should be on our new, wherever our Parsons Code view. Okay. Well, I guess they can take this the same way. It makes me question some things. All right. So I'm saying I'm going to produce title. Like, who cares? It's only in this function. What is do it? Is that our button? Somewhere we have a button. Run does do it. Okay. All right. And these should be bindings now. Well, before I go, I should take them because I need them up in Parsons Code view. Oh, I've got them already? Okay. This is a binding since it passed in from a state. Okay. Should be okay with that. Good. I don't know why it has to be. It's not being changed. Oh, it is. The button will change the title. Okay. Yeah, can't declare it. Okay, we have to pass it in. Okay. We got all that. $. Okay, and I'll break this up. It's kind kind of a lot to pass in, but I'm not going to deal with that right now. Okay, so we're saying Parsons Code view, you pass in a stage, which is a sync. I don't know, maybe I can just make this S. Okay. Takes the pipeline, creates two states. But wait a minute. Those get set on the outside. All right, let's see if this builds. Yep, and runs. Okay, Parsons Code view still looks good. We'll get our file in there, run this. Still not sure. There's something going on funny with the scrolling, and there's something going on funny with the spacing down here. Maybe the report just needs a little more spacing on the bottom. Okay, horizontal 10. And let's do dot bottom another 10. See if that helps. It helps a bit. I think that white scroll bar is a little funky. We'll leave it 12. Okay, but what we've done is we've created a separate view, well, kind of a base view for reports. All right, so I want to well, I want to rename this one. Let's make it ReportView. Okay, it works with syncs. There's definitely an opportunity to fix something in that with the way we do the syncs. Okay, let's take this to, copy that. Let's make a new file. Swift file. You'll need Swift UI. All right, I'll take this word. I don't know if I can do this. I guess he's happy. Report view is already declared, huh? Oh, I left it in the other file. Okay, so Parsons Code view says gosh, he's not really pulling his weight, is he? Who created this? Okay. What if you just did report view? Come on, you're supposed to offer to give them to me. Oh well, I'll type them myself. Title empty. Whoops. Output. Oh, he wants a value. Okay, I don't think I want them. Let's go to report view. Let's make him go back to state. Okay. Now in here, he set those values. I guess that's allowed. Certainly not required. Okay, where's content view again? I think that's inaccurate now. This is... I probably did something wrong there. Okay. What do we got? Complaints on content view. That I'm getting good at clean. Can I convert value of title? Right. Okay. I don't think that's any better. Title and output. See, this is the kind of compiler stuff I don't like, because I shouldn't have to provide state. Well, let's default them now again. Maybe that's all it is. I guess they got to get set somewhere, and if I don't set them in the constructor, and I have to set them myself. And now he's only upset about one of them. Oh, there it is. Nope. Okay, good. And you still say it's valid, but you complain anyway. Okay. All right, so I should be able to view my report view in a preview. Cool. All right. And another change we made somewhere, we forced the text scroll view. I'm pretty sure we did this at some point. Okay. I want the title on the far left. And I've got the ID top. And I do a scroll to top. Sometimes that seems to work and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. And at some point I want to pull this into its own sheet too, but I'm happy if I can do this once. All right. So now I don't think anybody's referencing Parsons Code view. Yeah. This can just go away. Parsons Code view. Nice. Okay. And so now we have this thing that's very general. It takes us any sync and makes a view, and it's all built off of the stage in the pipeline. And these, does my test care, my view? I'll live with it like this. Okay. This should all be good. Okay, so we converted to generic report view. So remove Parsons Code view. And now if we had another report, I think it would just build. All right, so show an option for this. I guess what we did was generalize Parsons Code view to report view. Okay, and we can put it in. Let's put it in just, no, let's not. Yes, let's put it in. Okay, so content view, Parsons Code report. Let's make this data object var statistics report equals, let's just make it this still. Okay, and so we're going to get a second copy. And we want to say basically the same kind of thing. And again, I wish I could figure out how to make this generic. But this is statistics report is active. Then make a report view with statistics report and the pipeline and the transition. Okay. And we're kind of back in this mode where you can have them multiple times. All right, and it looks funny, and they're not here. Oh, we didn't add a selector. Pipeline selector. He takes all these reports. Statistics report equals statistics report, which should come in here. Let's make this Parsons stage for now. And let's put this here. All right, I think that's, no, cannot find in scope. Oh, I forgot to declare it up here. True enough. Okay, did we create one up here? We did. Report. Statistics report is statistics report. Any others? Okay. Right. So here's our second report. It just shows we have it there. Notice we're allowed to have both or neither, so we don't have a constraint on our syncs yet. But we got the bones of the implementation. This exclusion thing's another problem. All right. Now we need to create the statistics report. Okay, so it's going to look a lot like, well, it's going to look a lot like Parsons Stage, I guess. The key, well, they've used a different object to do it, which is fine. Right, I still want to move that to Parsons Code. Let's see if I can. Nope. I mean, I legally can. I just need to do it. Okay, reorder. Well, what does sort by type look like? Not much difference. Okay. Sort by name. Let's make sure that builds. Okay. Move Parsons stage. What would you call this? It's a placeholder. All right. And let's make a folder for our statistics. And let's do that for tests. I'm getting better at that word anyway. Statistics, and we will give it a new test. And I guess we need a stage. Goes in the shared. Okay, and I think we'll move this Parsons Code transform tests down into Parsons Code. Okay, and then let's take. Well, this should probably be Parsons Stage. We renamed that, or I did. When it goes wrong, it's my fault. Okay. Well, he doesn't do much, does he? I think another stage might be more interesting to look at. Quantizer. Okay, not active passes along back to output. I think that capability is probably not interesting anymore. These tests are not doing much, are they? Transform with errors. Okay, that's all good. Write manually, edit it to output. Okay, yeah. No static information. Okay, I guess it's kind of up to us to just do this. All right, well, our stage. What do we want to know? Well, I guess we want to know what counts. I guess let's start with the number of tunes. Maybe the title. Test reports title. And we're going to create a stage. I guess I can borrow that. Yeah, he's just doing that. Statistics stage doesn't exist. All right. And then if we call stage.transform of something, it should produce a packet. And we should be sure that the packet title, packet dot. Oh, well, I'll tell it briefly here. Packet.title should be statistics report. Okay. All true. Likely to fail. Well, won't build, right? Statistics stage doesn't exist. Okay, let's go back here. Put statistics here. Let's add a new file. Swift file. And he's going to be async. We know that. All right, and it should want me to do some things. Yes. ID, let's just say equals. Let's start false. Okay, we could get his name, icon name, and stage type. That would be interesting too. Let's just return input. Okay. And has no initializers. Let's get it wrong for a minute. And okay. Oh, I do have to make one, don't I? Okay, stage.transform packet. I think that's all I need. It's just packet to packet. Yep. Okay, should be a failing test. Okay, and then we can make that pass. It's the only thing here, so let's just do packet of input, and the title is statistics report. Okay, we are on the roll. And I think before we do that one, we'll do this one. Knows it's static information. I think name came first. It should be the statistics report. Icon name is TBD. And then the stage type should be async. Okay. I don't really know the icon name yet. I guess we'll choose one. Statistics. Numbers. What about graph? A little. Oh, really? No. Bars. I'm not planning to do any drawing, so I feel bad about using that. What else suggests statistics? Is there a math category? Editing. Sliders aren't quite it. With that 1, 2, 3 rectangle? Nope. Math. Well, plus or minus I know I need for something else. A number square. Well, let's go with that. Okay, this should fail. And I don't know, it's a little artificial to test that like this. It's kind of a by inspection sort of thing, but yeah. All right. Initial tests for statistics stage. Okay. Oh, we've gone a while. Let's take a break, 3 or 4 minutes, and we'll come back and finish some transforms on this report. I suspect I'm almost certainly going to want to pull at least a method out to do it, probably a whole class. All right, see you in a few. Welcome back. Okay, let's see what else we want to know. Well, now we're kind of getting into the report body. Let's find packet. It's gotten smaller. It just needs to know the tunes, the titles, the output. Oh man, I feel like title maybe doesn't even belong in there. Nobody's providing the title except for the syncs. So that's a future thing we can look at. Title from packet. Okay. Show an option for the statistics report. We did that kind of. And we're working on make statistics stage, write a report. Okay, so statistics stage. All right, so I guess it's kind of up to us what that report is. Report statistics stage reports tune count. Okay, so we need to make a list of tunes. It's been a while since we did that. Who would do that? Well, is there a tunes test? No. Interesting. Tune tests. Okay. This is fine. Let's make a little helper. Build tunes, returns tunes. Events, we put, well, let's put one note. Just need a note, I guess. Note. See. Okay, we got tune builder, and then let's return tunes with tunes being tune. Sorry, I'm gonna have to change that name. Okay. Measure map meter common. Well, Let's start with G. Okay. Well, that certainly should return us two tunes. What else goes on? I don't know. Let tunes equal build tunes. Okay, and we need our stage. We need to do its thing. Huh. Yeah, again, I'm not so sure the sinks should do this. We didn't really have that notion of sinks. We called everything a transform before, but as I'm seeing it, like the job of the source is to come up with the input and turn it into tunes, and then the job of the report is to take the tunes and turn them into a title and output. Now, there is sort of metadata that gets passed along as output from some of the other stages, like the quantizer or the file input puts the file name, and quantizer puts the beats it quantized to. But the actual body of the report is the duty of the sync stage. Okay, so if we take packet and do stage dot transform of an empty packet. No, a packet with tunes is tunes. Title is something. The output is previous info. Okay. And if we feed that in, we should get back. Well, we'll make it the whole report for now. Packet.output should be previous info, new line, an extra new line, and I want to say number of tunes is 2. Or do we just want to say 2 tunes? Let me spell it out. And I think we put a new line on. Yeah, we should. For each line we're going to put it out. I think it makes sense to. Okay. All right. So it does not contain previous info. Sorry, it does contain that because we don't transform anything when we put it together. Okay. So the stage. Let's put it over here. All right. So its job. It should say var output equals input.output. Okay, we're going to start with that. Plus, we're going to put a new line for our separator. And now, let's say output, I might have to say append. Output plus equals, no, I think string probably has this. We want to take we want it to say number of tunes, and then we want to put input dot tunes dot count. All right, this should pass. What do I know? All right, what did you tell me instead? Oh, new line. Previous info. Oh, I didn't put that in the output either. Okay, I'll put the new line in. The output now should be output. And now it should pass. All right. Okay, so as of today, nobody is writing this out or calling on that. So let's get that in our content view. Statistics report is statistics stage. Stage to expected argument type Parsons stage. I don't think it has to be. I'll see if there's anything else it doesn't like. Cannot convert value to expected argument type Parsons stage. Oh, somewhere, yeah, this thing needs to be updated. That is statistics stage. And that. I probably should have created a type alias before I did the actual type. Okay, let's try again. Succeeded. Okay. Hope he's just catching up. It's not looking promising. I don't know. All right, so that's... Oh, I hard-coded that. Statistics stage is active equals false. No, what's wrong there? Okay, he starts false, but we should be able to set him to true. That one sets. All right, did I... Statistics report. Statistics report. Stage statistics report. He sure seems like he would do that. And we should see, like, icon stage is a stage. That should be fine. Well, there's all the is actives. Tab gestures should toggle it. Huh. And he's still complaining. I don't know. I'll do a clean. Oh, he just stopped. Okay. What's funny? Oh, select one. Where's my pipeline? Pipeline. I think you were created by the content view. This is what I don't like about the fact that everything's hard coded. We have to go add it in manually. Okay, pipeline. Where's the pipeline itself? Whole body. View. Sinks. Yep. Statistics report. Well, so much for that theory. Huh. Oh. Okay. Our pipeline doesn't know what to do. Let's... No, something's weird. Okay, he should be in this list. That seems sort of apparent to me. This is the list of sinks that form the pipeline, but for some reason he's not setting his active value to true. What's this? This is that one. He should be like the others, like Quantizer and Parsons Code, that he just works. Let's go look at our pipeline. Maybe you can never get those in there. I don't know. Pipeline. So when you ask him to do his thing, he applies those stages and he filters them by active. Notice that, oh no, the stages get all the transforms, all the sinks. Okay, I was worried that we only took the first one, but let's see, where's icon? Okay, so it's got to be something in the pipeline selectors, I guess. We get the pipeline, we get a statistics report. And that's there, good, good. If it's active, show it. Oh, what do we do down here? Actives. Report view, stage statistics report, pipeline. Okay. Where's our selectors? And where's our method? Okay. Well, let's check here. I guess I'm still running. Okay. Constraint should be nil. Now I'm not sure. I guess it defaults to nil. Yeah. Okay, good. All right, so we'll step over. Let's print stage.name. Statistics report. Okay, print stage dot is active. True. Let's start him false. We do. How did he get true? Maybe I've clicked him so many times. Okay, let's step over. He's false now. Okay, let's continue. I'm going to click it again. Stage.name. Okay, is active, should be false. We'll step over. Should be true. Okay. Stage.active is true. No, that should cause him to be drawn like with an accent. I don't know if I can break there, but I should get an update and end up there at some point. Well, oh, there he is. But he's not highlighted. He's not changing. Active. That should be a property. Parsons stage. Right. That's got to be a property. I don't have a good way to test that. And I think we decided this had 39 if they were numbered correctly. Yeah. Okay. Yay, we've got a bear statistics report. I can see I like a little more space in front of between the title and the report. Let's tweak that while we're here. Report view. Title. Font title. Let's bottom 4 pixels or 4, whatever they are. Okay, that's about right. And it is forced left. Okay, I'm liking it. All right. Make is active be published on statistics stage and fix spacing of title. Okay, I think, well, now got it writing a report. It's kind of a question of how much is in the report, but okay, let's get this mutual exclusion thing. So remember on the inputs, it closes it only allows one at a time. The report should be the same way. They shouldn't let you turn off all or none. It should be exactly one. All right, so I think we've got the mechanism in the UI for that. We'll have to add another little bit. All right, so somewhere we see constraints. Oh, I have another question. Let's see. I'm curious. I'd like to pull this to the stack. Okay, I think that'll be enough to see if it's working the way I hope. Wait, what happened there? This should come in from the left. It does not. Okay. Okay. Mutual exclusion. Okay, that's not an issue here. Okay, the pipeline, the constraints are put in here. Okay, yeah, we don't have a sync constraint on our pipeline selectors. Okay. Okay, and then the constructor should do it. Interestingly, nothing is going on here. It's a pity because our pipeline knows all this stuff. This constructor used to try and do more. I don't know if it... maybe it's not necessary. I just have the word pipeline would be the only difference if I deleted it. Okay, so assuming we get a sync constraint. Now, here's the complaint. Parsons Code report and statistics report. There are two flags. Okay, I gotta get some spacing on this thing. Pipeline. Parsons Code report. Statistics report. Okay. Just for some more spacing. Interesting. It does that little extra space already. Good. That's how I prefer it. Yeah, pass in the world. It's like, oh, I'd like an object that held those. Yeah. We have one. It's a pipeline. Okay. In the long run, if I can figure out the type system enough to convince it, the pipeline has all this information. It doesn't know the source constraints, but it could create them. So yeah, it should have all that. All right, let's see if this works. It should be okay. Okay, so if I click statistics report, it should select that and close the other one. Oh, we didn't use it. In pipeline selectors, we have to pass it in kind of like this. And this should be sync. And index 1. Okay, now the moment of truth. Yes, statistics report. That name would look better centered. But hey, it's doing the right thing. Okay, manual input. Where's our nose scaling? Let's just take the back half here. Not quite sure about the legality of that first space there. Okay. Done. Run the statistics report. 17 tunes. Okay. Can I get this title to break a little better? That's on icon, I think. Vertical label style. Configuration.icon, configuration.title. Dot. I don't set the horizontal alignment. Grid column alignment. Well, can I say alignment guide? Center. Can I do that? No. Okay, I'm going to do some research. Oh, I should mention, new blog article out. It's talking about a situation we had a few weeks, maybe a month or so ago, about hitting a bit of a dead end with incremental design. So we were doing our parser, and we hit something where it had to parse things in the middle of lines that affected the way the rest of the line was interpreted, and needed to introduce a new, well, we put in a second pass that adjusted things. But this is describing that. So we had Tune and Score, now we have Tune Builder and Tune. But anyway, let's see. So xp123.com/update, you can sign up for the mailing list where I publish these when I do it, or follow me on Twitter or Mastodon. Or maybe I should say Mastodon or Twitter, because I'm focusing more on Mastodon these days. Alrighty. What I want to look for is Swift UI center text when it splits across lines. And I don't know what will. Text alignment. Oh yeah, good old multi-line text thing. I forgot about that. It's long enough to wrap. That's. I don't know if that's going to work or not. You get a configuration and a title, and I guess then you adjust them how you like. Oh yeah. It's got room over here and it doesn't have room over here. I don't know if I need to do something to line these up and force them into the same amount of space. And also I think the centering, this one, I don't know. This one can have a situation where it has an icon over here, but maybe it's not an issue. I think it's probably a question of the size. Like over here, I don't know, the distance. I can't see I'm holding my hand up, but it's kind of looking centered. It's the other one that isn't. I don't know. Okay. That height is not really right. It's got some room for the report, I guess. Let's open file. Let's take this one and run. Okay. Spacing. Oh. Probably should check that in separately. Add sync constraint. Select one and that. Okay. Well, that's a good to do. Mutual exclusion among reports. Okay. Eliminate title from packet. Maybe we should do that first. I think it's well, this is kind of the original technical debt, right? It's like we have an insight, we haven't put it in yet, and we owe it to ourselves to fix this, but we haven't done it yet. Not so much like, oh, we've got a defect and we're going to deliver with defects. Or even we're never going to refactor until the end, the week after we ship or something. You know, that stuff's, I mean, they're bad ideas. We need a word to make it better. But, you know, the original thought of saying like our gap that we have between what we know is right and what we can do is actively there. And so I think that will simplify things, and that can only be good. Okay. And then maybe output is not output either. It all comes down to this transform on the last stage. I don't know. Maybe syncs just don't care. They're writing it to the screen. They don't care what we do with it. There's no need for a packet afterwards. I think my original conception was more like you could have multiple reports in a row, and I think I like this better. I think I like it better this way. But anyway, title from packet. Okay, let's just close everything. We'll open packet. Okay, so the question is, who looks at title? All right, so let's find usages. Packet, ReportView writes it, and statistics, ReportView reads it. Interesting. Now, what I want to do, so I want to make statistics stage. I want it to have a title field. Okay, so I'm kind of moving it. I'm kind of moving it from packet to here, and it's going to take a little bit of doing. So I'm going to say public var title of string, and it's going to be a published field because we got views that are going to depend on it. Okay. And well, can we start empty? I guess. Okay, we don't need anybody to tell us what it is for starters. And we really should own it. Okay. And then our transform, I think it should say, well, no, I think this should be the title. And we'll make this be title here while the packet owns it. So I'm trying to do a minimal change. This shouldn't break anybody. And if it's not going to change, I don't need to publish it. I can just make it public let. Oh, which tells me all those other ones ought to be public let too. Okay. Again, no difference. Okay, let's fix the ones we're on. I don't know if we may get a complaint about this, depending how our protocol said things are going to go. Okay, let's go see sync. Var the getter. Can I say let? We'll let the compiler tell us all the others. Cannot be computed properties. Okay. I guess it didn't mind the lets in here. I suppose that's the equivalent of only having a get. Okay. So what we did is make statistics stage know its title. Now let's do the same for our other sync. That's Parsons stage. Okay, I'm gonna make these lets as well. And he's gonna get his title. Yeah. Okay. That should not break anybody. Let's see, we're using it in here, that's fine. Okay, now if we can get the view report view. See, he's fetching it from the pipeline now, but we can fetch it from the stage. Sorry. Try that again. Fetch it from the stage. Okay. And oh, what's the matter? Type binding of subject. Stage has no dynamic title using $stage dot title. Why can we get stage type? Wait a minute. Title is state. Binding of subject type string. Well, that's the dollar thing. We fetch stage here. Why are you referencing? Subscript dynamic member requires wrapper. Observed object stage dot wrapper. Referencing value type stage has no dynamic member title. Stage is a view. No, is a sync. Oh, yeah, we want to put that on sync. Sync. Okay, so we're adding title. We're saying our syncs will have titles. Promise. All right, let's try and rebuild that. Test should be fine. Oh, so much for that. Okay, empty tab. Okay, var title of string. Let's make sure this thing has it. Title of string. Okay, statistics has it. Title of string. Value of type stage, which is sync. You caught on. No. Type. Where's test stage? That one's the real. He's kind of an everything thing. So he promises to have every field you want. Title equals a test title. Okay, so we'll take a file, run this. He shows the title. That's coming from title. He shows the Parsons Code title. That's coming from title. Okay, I think we've got it. Let's see what we would check in here. Okay, so ReportView says draw the title that you have from the stage. All right. The Parsons stage, we changed those to lets and we added the title field. And then we use it down here in the return value, which we don't care about. Okay. And it's similar here. We add the title and here. Okay. So we make syncs have a title. Make all syncs have a title and use it in the view. Okay, close enough. Okay. Now our packet no longer needs title in it. So let's take it out everywhere. This will break places, but the compiler will tell us. And I'm really questioning output as well. All right. Who's unhappy? Okay, Parsons stage. We don't have to tell anybody because we're just going to hold on to it. And we know this is right because the only two places that are using it seem to be the sinks. There should be some tests complaining, I think. Doesn't run the compiler on the tests consistently. I don't know if there's a flag for that. I would really like to turn that on if so. Okay, an empty title. Now we don't have to worry about the packet getting it. We don't have to worry about the junk title coming in. Okay. Did I miss one? Tunes output. Oops, what did I do there? Tunes title something. Output previous info. Okay, let's run those tests. Another empty one. Compiler is just waking up, I think. Okay, let's just do our search title and any text. We should see the ones that the stage uses, but not much else. Okay, there's ReportView. Metadata, that's fine, I think. Header, title, parser, that's different. Tune builder. That's part of the parser stuff. Stage, fonts. All right, I think we are good. Okay, well, that sure makes me wonder about this output. Maybe this is metadata is what this is, I think. And Tunes should be incorporating it in their data. Okay. And people can just append to it. Okay, I want to do two things. I've got 13 minutes. I would like to change the name. That's the easy one, so let's do it. Metadata. Okay. And then the other thing I'd like to do is maybe change it into an array of strings, because now I'm having to put new lines in myself, and I don't like that. It's just one more thing to forget. Okay, so all right. So packet is modifiable. Not really. Okay, so you got to tell it what you want. Init packet output of string. Okay, I think this name should change. Why didn't it? Init tunes output. Let's rename that. Oh, come on. do it. This one is the one where you are given a packet and you provide it with new metadata. So if it's not nil metadata, let's use the right operator for this. Metadata or packet.metadata. So you have to provide the replacement. I'd like to see who calls this, but there's going to be people that don't like this name change. Now the metadata is that. Argument output in call. Oh yeah. Okay. How about tests? I think I got them all. Okay. Now, I want to see who's calling this with tunes. The quantizer. Okay, he needs to update the tunes. Packet metadata plus setting. Output. Exact quantized by. Okay. And that's not really necessary either anymore. We don't do active stages, inactive stages, so he's only going to be invoked if he's active. Numerator, denominator, are they optional? No. Okay. Commit, no. Oops. Okay, let's take this off. Okay, and run. Okay, so who relied on that? When non-active passes along output. Is that true? No. Where Where's my quantizer? Well, we can make it true. Let's push it this way. If not how about guard is active, else return packet. Okay. And that's because we have this rule. I don't think we need it in the long run. Okay. But while we have it, okay. Let's commit. So make quantizer report its metadata. Make it skip processing if inactive. Okay, the other thing I wanted out of packet well, I kind of want sync to own its output too. Is that easy? Okay, let me capture what I want. Eliminate title from packet. We did that. Okay. I think we can say, let's say, make syncs have an output field used by the view. Okay, so here's one. Okay, so I'm saying sync should also promise to have an output. Okay, and we'll get a couple complaints. Okay. Now this one does have to be published. And we'll start it out empty because there's no output until the transform runs. And statistics stage. Okay. Now we want to make well, okay, I don't want to overload output here. Let's make this packet output. Okay, and where's our report view? We would like to get stage.output. Okay. Now, I think there may be a test that fails or a test we should do. Okay. I think the statistics test, it should check. Packet metadata does contain that for now, but I'm really concerned about stage.output. Should contain all that stuff because that's what we're doing. We are deciding reports should show that. Okay, and that's going to fail. Okay, because we don't write it to output. So statistic stage. Once we computed that, we should write to output equals packet output. And then, yeah, I guess we can also return in the packet. I don't think we really want to care in the long run, but we'll do that for now. Okay, that test should pass. I don't know, there may be another one that fails. Okay, I would say the Parsons report, Parsons stage, appends its output. We didn't really look, well, I guess I can add it here. Again, we expect it to put that information in the stage output. And that should fail because he doesn't do it either. Whoops. Let's rename this to stage. Okay, test should fail. Okay, and Parsons stage. He's got the output. Can I extract a variable? It's a Thursday. No, not today. Let's call it packet output. Whoops. Good morning. Okay, so we've make the sinks right there output to both packet and field, but use field in the report. Okay. I'm going to keep pushing a few minutes because I want to just get this done for the week. So let's see. So the next thing I wanted to do with that, see, I really don't think the output belongs. I don't think we should call transform on these sinks in the first place, but if they do, they can just return the packet, I think. But output, yeah. So transform, it's kind of a lie to make a side effect, isn't it? But maybe not. Okay. I want to say metadata should not be updated on a packet transform. I think it should just return packet. Okay, so let's go back to its test. All right. It returns same packet, but writes to output field. Let's say holds remembers, that's a good word. A little anthropomorphic, but returns same packet but remembers output. Okay, So this should be whatever it was in the first place, which is that. Okay, and I think I can fit this on one line and you'll see it compare better maybe. Okay. I don't know if it'll let me keep the spacing. Good. Okay. That test is going to fail. Okay, one failure, which was here. And we're just going to return packet. And let's just assign output here then. Okay. Sorry, where was that message? Immutable result. Let result equals. Yeah. Okay. And then let's do the statistics stage. Okay, so let's take off this, the metadata, but the stage gets it. Okay. That will fail. And then again, we're going to, well, first let's return packet input. And then we'll work on that a little. Okay, so let's just say output equals, let's do it this way. Input metadata plus new line plus this. Input metadata, new line, number of tunes, and the stuff, and then there is no packet output, and we return input. All right, and let's run it a couple ways. So this is only affecting the reports, so we'll just open a file, no scaling, run that, good. He's putting it in the corner again. Let's do the statistics report. Run that. It looks good. So the output's showing up where it should, and nobody was looking at the packet after we transformed it anyway. The only place it had been was in ReportView there. Now we can't delete that line because it's relying on those side effects, but I think that's okay. Boy. Okay, sorry. Keep a little more. If we're getting that from stage.title, then maybe that should just be a binding. But he's a report. I mean, he's a struct, so he's going to be hard to set up. So the report knows the title and output. That seems okay. See, I'd really like to say binding title equals stage dot title or dollar stage dot title. Okay, but I guess this is okay. Starts out empty, gets filled on an action. I mean, when they create it, could they pass it in? They pass stage and they pass pipeline. It could come in. Let's add it. I'm gonna put pipeline down here. I'm gonna make this a binding. Binding on those things. Now the places that call it. Title and output. This has to be statistics report. And the pipeline should be last. He's got to be a binding. Okay, we'll create a couple of states. Oh, yeah. Instance member title cannot be used on type report view. Title is a let constant. Okay, let's undo that. ReportView. Well, I don't think that's going to help anything. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to revert that. What are you doing up there? Report view should be user interface. I love that thing, but it's in the way sometimes. Report view. Okay. Can I do that in here? Oh. Hello, welcome. Just about to wrap things up here. So let me get this thing reverted first. I think I just messed up something. Just go to changes in report view. Good. Okay. Let's make sure this runs. Okay. Oh, I had tests I did not revert, I think. I'll give the app a run in a minute here. Let me just move that one file that randomly got in the wrong folder. Belongs there. Move report view to user interface folder. Okay. So what we're doing is I've got this set of files. They're whoops, that should be no scaling. There's a group of people that track old time tunes and things like that, and they've settled on this ABC notation. So it's for music. You can see C, B, A, G, F, G, A, F, and the numbers mean how long and stuff like that. So you have all these variations. This person is tracking Nos Galen, which is Deck the Halls. Before it was a Christmas song, it was kind of a New Year's song in Welsh, in Wales, back a few hundred years ago. And she's collected, I think it's 39 versions of this song. Okay. Just all different variations. Okay. And we'd like to know how similar are they, and what's similar about them. So I'm going to run this thing. Basically, we're building up a pipeline. I can either type in my text or read a file. I can quantize it, which means kind of only catch once, so many beats per measure in song, maybe only take 4 notes out of that measure. And then I have a couple of different analyses I can run now. So we'll open that file, Nos Galen. Let me turn this one off and I'll run it. And I'm going to get this report. And what it's doing is it just takes that melody and it says, did you go up or down? So it kind of lost the information about how far, but deck the halls with boughs of holly, da 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 da, that stuff. Okay. And you can see these first two they may be identical. They look very similar. The next one looks like a fragment out of the middle here. That's similar to that. This is a little more like the first one, but not the same. Close. Whoa, that one's obviously different. And you can't tell that, well, you can't tell it from looking at this for sure, but you can't tell it looking at the sheet music. It'd be much harder to see it in sheet music. And then we get these others that are even more weird. Okay. And then one that's going almost all down. This one's going up and down across. Okay. And so I can do the comparison of these things. I'm doing a little tiny bit of clustering because I sort by this code that tells me, oh, it's repeat or down or up, so a dash is repeat, an arrow, a downstroke is down and an upstroke is up. So it's really the code form of a graph. Okay. But I think the graph is a lot easier to read. And what I'd really like to do in the long run, which I haven't got near yet, but I'd like to do some sort of clustering on these things. I used to do some work with a biotech firm doing DNA analysis, and the algorithms they use to decide if you have the same DNA look like they would work pretty good on this sort of stuff too. Like I've got these little patterns of, I call them mountain ranges, little short mountains and big mountains. I feel like that should be identified in there, and then we can take them all and say, these 4 look the same, these 7 look more or less the same, and these 3 are oddballs. Then there's other analyses you can do. Let's see, I have it somewhere here. Yeah. This one I haven't done yet, but it makes a chart. He's taken, I don't know, like 200 versions of a song, and he counted how many of them started on the first note of the scale or the second note of the scale or whatever. So the vertical tells you what note of the scale it starts on. So the first 2 notes are usually the same. And then he's drawing this line based on which ones are the most frequent. So it's kind of like the average tune or the mode tune. And, but you can see there's a lot of spread of numbers. You don't have to actually see the numbers, but that report is on my short list. I'm thinking maybe we'll do that one next week. I'm planning to take the week after off. So, I got a few days to do it. But this is how far we've gotten. We've got this stuff to make some transformations. I've got this one in mind that's kind of that rhythm, or a rhythm transformation only extracts certain notes, and it changes what you get. Okay, so it throws away all the little short notes, and what's left might be more similar. Okay, like a lot of these look a lot similar now. Some of them not so much. Okay, but we have other things we can do, like transpose things to the different scales, or maybe convert 3/4 to 4/4 or 4/4 to 3/4, or whatever musicologists have thought up. That's what we're going to let them try and do. So I have a couple analyses, but I want a lot more. The last one is just simple statistics. We haven't gotten very far on that. How many tunes do you have? 39. Okay, I want to count measures, notes, and all that stuff. But I put the stub of the statistics report in here just to get something in that place. All right. Well, thanks for joining today. Hope I catch you in the future, and anybody else that's on. Next time is next week, Monday, 1 to 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, or 6 to 8:30 p.m. UTC. And take care. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.